So I'm sitting here in my house, absolutely terrified because we're in the middle of Chicago blizzard 2011 ultra mega death thing that's like trying to eat the city alive. Right now I'm staring out my windows and I can't see anything because it's just snow, lots of it, and it's kind of going sideways instead of, like down like it's supposed to. Oh, and there's lightning in a blizzard. Lightning. I've not seen that before, and that's kind of not cool. But what I'm really scared about is that my husband's kind of stuck out in the snow. He's driving home from work because they decided to keep him later than they really needed to because they're just awesome like that, and some jobs just do that because whatever. So he's been on the road for 4 hours now trying to get home. I'm like panicking, and he's actually calmer than I am, and he's out in this mess. So I don't know how he's doing it. He's awesome. I'm like terrified, and I'm inside and warm, and I have kittens to like purr on me and keep me warm and stuff. So I don't know. I guess I just figured I'd make a video and hopefully take my mind off of all this insanity for a few minutes. So here I am. The other day I wrote a post on my blog about Illinois' new civil union law. Governor Pat Quinn just signed into law a new legislation that enacts, well, I guess exactly what it says, civil unions in our state. Not marriage equality, not quite the same as marriage, and not really conferring the same rights and privileges, but close. And I find myself kind of excited about this, but not really excited about this. So my husband and I went to Canada to get married. We flew off to Canada to get married up there because of a couple of reasons, namely that we knew that if we went to somewhere like Iowa, like it's a possibility that that marriage could be revoked, turned away, any number of things. After what we saw in California with Prop 8, we didn't want to deal with any of that, and I'm kind of happy that we didn't because of what's going on in Iowa right now, where they're trying to pass a state amendment. But we knew in Canada our marriage would always be our marriage. That wasn't going to change. So we flew there to get married. We also knew that that marriage meant nothing here in the United States, and even less in the state of Illinois. It was just a piece of paper to them. I mean, Illinois didn't have anything until now. Well, what they did have here in Chicago was a domestic partner registry program, which essentially was you get two people to go down to City Hall, they pay a fee, of course, because you can't do anything in Chicago without paying a fee, and they give you a pretty little certificate that says, we live together. But that's it. There was nothing else to it. So we never did that because I thought it was kind of pointless. But now we have this civil unions legislation. I come to find out that our marriage will be recognized in Illinois, but only as a civil union. I don't have to fill out any extra documentation. It just is. So I guess I have to carry around my marriage certificate at all times to prove it. But whatever. So on one hand, I'm excited about this. On one hand, I'm happy that there is some sort of legal recognition. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's just not enough. It's just not the same. Like, this is not what everybody else gets. It's like getting in line for pizza, and everybody else in front of you gets pepperoni pizza, but when you get up there, you get cheese pizza. Well, I mean, like, it's pizza, so it's still good, but it's not the same. I want pepperoni pizza, not cheese pizza, and everybody else is getting pepperoni pizza, and there's still pepperoni pizza sitting on the counter, so why can't I have pepperoni pizza? But then I wonder if I'm just being whiny. Like, should I just be happy that we're getting anything at all? Or should I be still kind of disgruntled that we're still being treated as if we aren't real people? I mean, I'm going to take it. Like, it's not like I'm not going to take what's given to me and use it for my own benefit, but it's not, I don't know, it still makes me feel terrible. So, what do you think? Do you think this is, I'm just being whiny and complaining about too much? Or do you think this is valid? Like, is it still valid that I feel still betrayed that I don't have marriage equality but I'm getting breadcrumbs? Or should I be happy that I'm getting breadcrumbs at all because there are places that don't have that? I don't know, that's kind of that whole argument, like when you were a kid and your parents were telling you should eat everything on your plate even though you didn't really like it because there were kids in Ethiopia that didn't have food. Like, really?